My name is Lisa Brodeur, and I am the author of A Mother's Journey Through Faith, Hope, and Courage, and I would love to read to you the first chapter of my book. Chapter 1. Feeling sick to my stomach, not knowing what was wrong, feeling nauseated and then vomiting. I wondered, could it be? Filled with joy and a hope that it was real. I soon realized that it was. I was pregnant. I felt excitement and fear of what was ahead, and all the little flutters grew stronger and turned into kicks that woke me up at night. How I loved to rub and hold my belly, as I never had before, forming a love like no other. Then the pain started, turned into long, hard, painful contractions, the waiting to be told that it was time to push, and the burst of energy after 15 hours of labor. Finally, out came a little face, a handsome little boy with tiny fingers and toes, looking at Mommy for the first time. He cried, wanting to be held close and to feel the warmth of my body. I heard his little cries of hunger day and night as he waited to be fed, loved, and held and nurtured, knowing that he was loved by his Mommy and Daddy. His little hands grew, and then he was sucking his thumb, holding his bottle, clapping, sitting up, crawling, and getting into everything. Before I knew it, he was walking and starting to talk, saying juice at the refrigerator, and wondering where Daddy was. As he got older, I heard footsteps as he ran around, his cute little voice so soft and gentle, his little arms reaching around my neck and holding me tight as he gave me a kiss like no other. What a joy, this love of my life. How could I have been so lucky? He waited by the windowsill waiting for Daddy to come and crying because he never came. Headed to preschool. He feared separation from me, not knowing what to expect. Soon he realized that his mom would be back, and his fear diminished as he had fun and made friends. With the toddler years at the end, he grew into a kind and soft-hearted youth, playing t-ball, soccer, and basketball, joining the Cub Scouts, developing great coordination for bike stunts and rollerblading, and trying any activity that presented itself. This child was full of life and adventure, full of excitement as he came home coated in mud after catching a bullfrog in the river across the way. What a son I have, I thought. I felt blessed as he taught his young sisters to love nature and life. He was so innocent, and yet I realized that his life was also so painful. He missed his father, not understanding why he wouldn't be in his life. He cried behind a dumpster, wondering what he had done that was so wrong. He knew the man who was raising him as his own loved him, and he felt blessed to have him, but he was still confused. Youth progressed to the adolescent years. He still wondered why his life was this way, but knew his Mommy loved him and a man he called Daddy. He loved his dad like no other, as a friend, playmate, and teacher, and they shared a special bond that could not be broken. He learned Kung Fu and hockey along with other sports, which kept us very busy, and he enjoyed his sisters and family and going to school. Growing into a fine young boy, he realized that Santa Claus was not real and that fantasy was only a fantasy. When he turned 10 years old and went into 5th grade, Kyle walked to school with his friend. At times he cried, not wanting to leave me, afraid of separation. But he came home after school every day and soon realized that his new school was fun and his teacher was awesome. Kyle enjoyed a day of shopping with his sisters, Daddy, and me. He was excited to get home and show off his new rollerblades. He got in the van, put on Daddy's CD, and sang Daddy's soft music. The van went around a corner, and suddenly there was a crash, a big bang, and Kyle was getting weaker and weaker. His heart getting slower by the second. He didn't know what was happening. How could this be? All he wanted was to try his new rollerblades, but now he was fighting for his life. Thank you for listening to my first chapter of my book, and I hope someday you get to read A Mother's Journey Through Faith, Hope, and Courage. Thank you, and have a great day, everyone.